The Saif al-Muhayyab family, like many others in Yemen, has been devastated by war and loss. But their grief has taken on a new form. Hussein al-Muhayyab, a young man full of promise, was lured by brokers who promised him a job in Russia.
My son Hussein was full of dreams when he left. They told him he would go to Russia for a good job, a secure future, something we couldn't offer him here in Yemen. But after he left, all we received were lies. They said he would receive 6 months of training and a good salary. But now, months later, we haven't heard a word from him. I sit here every day looking at his picture, wondering if he's even alive. My heart breaks every time I think about it.
Hussein is just one of hundreds of young Yemenis deceived by these brokers. Promised high-paying jobs with security companies in Russia, they find the reality very different.
The situation is devastating. Young men are being deceived by brokers and traffickers who promise them a future in Russia, but what they find instead is a war zone. Some of them have been killed, and many others are still missing, leaving their families in agony. These companies and those working for them in Yemen must be held accountable for the suffering they are causing. Yemen is not party to this war, and our youth should not be sold into foreign conflicts.
The exact number of Yemenis recruited to fight in Russia is unclear due to the secretive nature of these networks. Reports suggest hundreds have been lured into foreign conflicts, but no confirmed statistics exist. Families of the missing, as well as Yemeni officials, are now calling for stricter security measures to protect the youth from these criminal networks. Many hope that the authorities will be able to bring an end to this exploitation.
We in the security services are investigating these deceptive companies. We have already made a few arrests, but more needs to be done. The youth of Yemen must stay away from these death traps.
As the war in Ukraine rages on, so does the tragedy in Yemen. The country's economic crisis and unemployment make young men vulnerable to deception, and their families are left in uncertainty, hoping for their sons' safe return. Yusuf Sosar, TRT World.